morning, everybody who says decorating has to be difficult. Today we have two very super easy wreath ideas for you. You need really zero skill to put these together.
Yeah, we're trying to make it where everybody, even the intimidated, can actually prepare and say they had a hand in making their own wreath for their front door or wherever you choose to put it. Side door, back door, garage door, I don't know.
I have one on like every door in my house, and I have 3 different doors, and there's one on every door. So go ahead and check this out and see what all that we're going to show you today. And you can have a lovely wreath on your door with very little effort. So we'll jump right in.
So we are going to be using some pre-made wreaths for this particular video. And that means that the wreath is pretty much already assembled for you. You might be able to find them at davidchristofers.com. That might be the appropriate place to look for these. We have people all the time asking, where can I find the products in the videos? All the products in the videos come from our warehouse at davidchristofers.com. And we're going to open this box up.
Ooh, an unboxing.
And this has a beautiful colored poppy wreath. It's our vibrant passion poppy wreath. So we'll put this to the side. You can take that out of the box, take the plastic off of your wreath, and then we're going to start shaping our wreath out. Most everything in this wreath is wired, which means you can kind of adjust everything as you want. And we're just going to be pulling some of those pieces out. We're going to be shaping some of those leaves down. We're going to be pulling some of the poppies to the front. But there's so many poppies on this wreath, it's almost impossible to not make it look great. It is just full of poppies in these bright colors, the yellows, the oranges, the bright pinks, and kind of a purpley pink shade. Very bright colors. And if you were like us, may not all be, some of you may still be digging out of the snow, but here it has been 80 degrees for a few days and it is quite warm. Our air conditioning is on and things are starting to bloom, and not only are they blooming, there is pollen everywhere. As our son Spencer asked me yesterday, how was your orange day? And I went, what do you mean my orange day? And he said, well, yeah, when I got in the truck this morning, it was covered in orange dust. And I was like, oh yeah, it is pollen day for sure. So he's calling it orange day. Maybe that will catch on. We'll have Spencer credited for going viral with orange day. Kind of like a yellowy orange. It's more yellow, but
he's a little colorblind.
Slightly colorblind, so I don't correct all the time. I'm like, well, it's more golden pollen. But we're really just kind of shaping most of these flowers out. We want to point them toward more of the front. Very simple to do. Just pull we're going to pull some of these foliage pieces out to the side just to fill in that gap. And if it makes it easier for you, go ahead and hang it on a wall, on a door somewhere, and then just kind of work from there. These are all like an individual spray added into the wreath. We're just going to pull some of our foliages to the inside and the outside and let the poppies take up more of the middle part of our wreath here. So let's let some of that come out to the sides. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a little gap down here at the bottom. So we can let some of these flowers go out more to that side. We're going to actually bend some of these away so that we've got room for a bow that we will include in your box if you place an order for this particular wreath kit. We're just going to bend some of that out of the way, and then we've got room for our bow to go in the middle. And for this, we're going to be using bright colors, of course, because this is our Vibrant Passion Poppy Wreath. We're going to be using some yellows that this acanthus leaf ribbon. Love this. We have this in a lot of colors, but it has this yellow with this orangey acanthus leaf print on it, and then we have a hot pink. So we're going to be layering those together for our Vibrant Passion Poppy Wreath. And this is going to be a great, if you want really bright, bold colors, this is going to be a great option. And then it's also a great option if you want that kind of a almost tropical feel.
It is screaming summer, so...
It is. But we are trying to be ahead of the game a little bit. In case you were looking for things for summer. Like I said, it is quite warm here.
Well, this is for spring or summer, so that's the great thing about it. So if you get it now, if you're like that kind of person that wants bang for your buck, you're going to be able to put this up and keep it up until fall.
Right.
And then you're not going to have to immediately change it out because it's got some of those oranges and yellows and...
Yeah, this would be great. This would be great out on the back door by the pool.
Yes, it would.
I have a feeling that this will probably go home with us at some point. It happens kind of often.
Well, I have something on every door right now, so... But when Easter is over...
Right.
I will need something different for my side door.
Side door. That's the door we come in most.
Yeah, it has the cross on it right now.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember what's on the front door. Oh, it's the wreath. It's like a boxwood kind of wreath with a bow.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, definitely be changing some things up.
Always time to change. Remodeling the garage. Well, not remodeling. We're finally putting trim down and
after
painting.
10 years.
You know, we've had some things going on.
We have been a little busy. We always have some kind of spring project, though, and so the garage is it this year. Just organizing, cleaning, trying to put up some shelving, something, because there's nothing worse than not being able to find your stuff.
So we will tie your bow for you. You will not have to actually do this if you don't want to. We can show you how to do it, but it's optional. So we're going to have a little bit of that hot pink showing up.
But you're saying this will, if someone orders this and they receive it, they're going to have to add, just attach the bow, right?
Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to ship the bow inside the wreath just to save space, and all you'll have to do is just take the bow out and do this right here and attach it to your wreath.
It'll have wire and everything.
Yes.
That's really pretty. What do you all think? Let us know in the comments. Do you like these bright colors? Is it making you feel happy?
I hope so. We'll just kind of shape that back up for the, make sure everything's where it needs to be.
And what a wonderful gift for a friend. Maybe especially if you have a friend that doesn't live near you. You can always order this and have it shipped to their house as a little happy birthday or happy Easter. That would be fun.
We'll have this already cut, ready to go. So there is our Vibrant Passion Poppy Wreath.
Vibrant what?
Vibrant Passion. If you can speak, I'm having struggles at the moment. I don't know.
It happens. It's lovely. Lovely, lovely.
For our next wreath, in case you are not quite as bright and bold and passionate about the bright colors, we have a great little foliage, greenery, a little bit of lavender.
To be careful telling people if you're not as bright.
I did not think of that.
You'll be offending
If
folks.
you are smart, but you don't like bold colors, how about that? It doesn't have any bearing on your intelligence. I think actually green is supposed to be a sign of, liking green is supposed to be a sign of intelligence. Isn't that what it is?
Fancy.
I think. I can't remember. I'm not that intelligent.
Yeah.
I just play with flowers. But if you wanted something that was not quite as bold and vibrant, then you might like this option. And this option has a lot of fern, a little bit of eucalyptus, and some different foliages, and then a little bit of this hyacinth, lavender, whatever you choose for it to be at the moment. And some of this little seed, very natural, neutral kind of colors, great for spring and any in-between season. A lot of times I'll tell people, like, if you live in an area that it takes a little while to warm up and to get where things are blooming, this is a great in-between kind of piece, a very good transitional piece for that time period, because you get all that foliage and you get very minimal color, but it's not super drab. It's not like completely gray like it feels outside when it's not warm yet. And you're probably tired of winter at this point. I love the cold, and even I was getting tired of how cold it was all the time.
I think that means we're getting older. Cold doesn't feel as great on your bones and joints.
Because I think Spencer was super upset that it was getting warmer.
Yeah. He loves the cold more than anybody.
My old bones need the heat. No, I should put my phone on silent, I think.
That Ring doorbell is a blessing and a curse.
They're delivering something to our house, or it's our kids. That's probably what it is. So, as you can see, really quick, just shape this up. Give it a little three-dimensional feel so it's not so flat. Take this one down. And then we're going to tie a bow on this one with some green acanthus, like our yellow, but a different color. Like I said, I love all the colors of this. And then we're going to layer lavender on top of that. So we've got our lavender colors in our wreath. So we're going to do a small, large loop bow out of our green. Probably do this one just a tad smaller than the one on our bold, vibrant passion poppy wreath. Can't say that for some reason. So we'll just do a couple of loops. And then we're going to tie our lavender. On top of that one. And I love good wired ribbon, much easier to tie bows and keep them where you want them to be. Always keep that in mind when you are buying ribbon. If it's very flimsy, it may not stay as well in a larger bow. And then I may do something just a little bit different with this one. Because we've got so much of that neutral green going on, I may add just a little loop in the center. of the green. And put that on top of our lavender. And then we'll put our lavender on top of our green. So we've got kind of multi layers going on here. Now I've got my ribbon stacked. I'm going to pull my tails all down toward the center. I've got my green in the very center, and we're going to shape our lavender around that. Pull our green around there. There we go. So if you're looking for tying a bow with multiple different colors, multiple different patterns, ribbons, things like that, that's an easy way to do it, is to just do it out of 3 different small bows and just stack them. You just have to keep in mind that you're nesting those bows on top of each other, so you have to do them in different sizes. And now, a little bit of lavender mixed with our green. Great combination to add to this particular wreath and give it just a little bit more life.
Okay, and there you have it. You have the Vibrant Passion wreath, and I think this is like a Lavender Fields wreath. I can't remember the exact name, but these are ready to go. So
Lavish lavender.
Ooh, lavish lavender. So these are ready to go. If you place your order on our website, go to davidchristofers.com, and you will be shipped the wreath with the bow. If you check out the description, you'll see a link. Makes shopping super, super easy. If you have any questions, let us know, but we would love to know in the comments which one is your favorite. My hair is coming out on this one. But do you like the Vibrant Passion or the Lavish Lavender?
Because those are the only 2 options you can ever have for a wreath. You must like one or the other.
Yes. We hope you have a wonderful day, and we hope to see you next time. Bye!